Hello friends, Litronics here, and today we're going to be playing Nova as the Sky Temple. So let's have a quick look at our team compositions. It's going to be Nova, Malfurion, ETC, Greymane, and Illidan. Finally a balanced team. Exactly what I'm looking for, what we are looking for here. Versus ETC, Charism, Sylvanas, Liming, and also Nova. So both teams have a healer, both teams have a tank. This is going to be a great game. Also, enemy team has a ton of ranged assassins. So they will have a much better poke than we do with our Illidan Greymane. And considering that they have Liming and Nova, and our healer is Malfurion, who doesn't really have that much burst healing. Like, not that much, but his burst healing is just non-existent. So it's gonna pretty much snowball. I think this game will just snowball. Whoever gets the first lead, the first advantage, will just wreck it. But we'll try to come back if we ever fall behind. So, yeah. I haven't actually played Nova in quite a long time. This is probably the reason I'm doing this video right now. Just because I kind of miss her, you know? She was one of my first heroes to get to level 10. And the reason for that is probably because very often in Heroes of the Storm you go on winning streaks or losing streaks, and after you go for like 7-game losing streak, you're like sitting there, you know what, I'm just gonna play Nova and I'm just gonna kill people and just don't care about anything. And she was kind of a great hero to relax yourself, and then she was a little bit changed. Well, not a little bit, it was actually a huge change for her when she got her snipe nerfed, like just into the ground, because previously at level 20 with the rewind, Nova was able to literally kill any target but a tank, like any non-tank target, just by pressing WQ, then you hit rewind, WQ again, and a person dies. Like, it doesn't matter who it is unless they're a tank. Even some tanks would have died, like somebody like Sonya, or maybe even, well, maybe some other lower health pool tanks would also die, but it was actually devastating in quick matches though, not really in the team environment, because in the team environment, if you are trying to solo somebody, you just won't find that target, because enemies, like the teammates stick together, and the moment Nova is like, you know what, I'm just gonna kill this healer in the backline, and then every team just collapses on her and she dies because of stuns and everything. Yeah, she was definitely a lot better in quick match, but after the changes, I think that she is actually quite viable in Hero League, because she actually does damage. At least she does more damage than previously. Like, because she does more consistent damage, right? The only problem is that you are very squishy and you don't really have escape mechanics other than your stealth ability, which you can't really rely on mid-combat. Oh, can we get a... Oh, just not quite enough. Also, Malfurion somehow died. Oh, I missed. I shouldn't have went for it. I should have patiently waited for Liming to maybe make a misstep, and then I would have assassinated her. But I think there is only one build right now for Nova. It's the long shot with one in the chamber, because like that's her playstyle now. You, instead of just killing people 100% health to 0, you want to do as much more or less consistent damage as possible. Can we actually get a shot there? I don't think so. That's way too far range even for our long shot. At level 4 we'll have a clone. By the way, I believe in the PTR at level 4 you will get a useful talent. I believe that's something connected to mercenaries. Like, you will be able to hire mercenaries if you kill actual people, which is quite interesting, considering the only way the bribe, like it's gonna be the bribed version of Nova. She'll get stacks from minions and from hero kills, whereas every other hero only gets stacks from minion deaths. So that's actually quite an interesting addition to her kit. I think it's gonna make her definitely a little bit more viable. I just don't know how how much viability there will actually be. I blocked the Arcane Orb there with my clone. Definitely a good usage of your Hollow Decoy, because right now people are actually good at detecting which Nova is the real Nova, you know? So you definitely want to use Decoy more of a... oh no, I missed. More of a damage mitigation tool rather than actual confusion aspect of it. So that's definitely a good thing to consider. Like, you can block skills, so you can block Murden stance, you can block something like triple tap, for example. You just put your clone in front of your ally, and it just soaks the damage for free, basically negating the ultimate completely. Which is damn great, Oh, man, she actually juked me there. Can Illidan survive this? I will try to help him. Just dodge, just run, Illidan, just run. Just run, friend, there we go. That was actually my bad. I should have sniped her. I should have waited maybe a second longer. It's the same goes for Kerrigan. Like, you see Kerrigan's casting their combo on site, rather than just waiting for it when enemies only have one path of escape in a straight line, just to mitigate as much damage as possible or they will die, and that's when you want to combo as Kerrigan. So same goes for Nova. Don't just aim your snipes in... Like, just don't try to hit your snipes when there is a chance of them missing. Basically what I'm trying to say here. So one in the chamber actually has extremely good synergy with the long shot, and just with Nova's kit. You are able to just combo your three abilities really fast together and get those 80% additional damage procs. Also, it's a good idea to get the starting... Wow, that was... I actually overstayed there for a second. Basically, you can completely avoid any damage from this guy and get first 10% of the shots there, basically for free, without taking any damage. And this will allow... Like, even if you lose a shrine now, you still got some value from it. So that's definitely... So that's definitely a good thing. Oh, Liming. Oh, I'm actually pretty bad with my snipes. I definitely haven't played Nova in a while. Also, a good tip, probably for hitting your snipes, is to put it on quick cast on button press, rather than... Oh, Illidan, you went for the wrong Nova there. Okay. It's actually a good idea to put snipe on quick cast on button down. That will eliminate a slight delay between you pushing down the button and releasing it, basically allowing you to hit snipes more consistently, since you can instantly hit them. Also, enemy Nova plays much better here. She gets the flanks, she gets the positional advantage and everything, while I'm just missing my snipes, and I don't know. It's like an interesting game so far, because, as I said, I haven't played Nova in a while, and it shows. And it's actually a cool thing, because it allows me to see that Nova actually has a skill cap, a pretty decently high skill cap, because I didn't have practice, and now I'm worse with it than what I would have been if I... Oh no, if I actually had some practice with it. Oh, that was just not quite enough. Haha, he actually missed it somehow. That's actually pretty funny. And boss is just wrecking our gates here. So as I said in the beginning of the video, this game will probably snowball from the very start, and we are actually starting to see the snowball for the enemy team, but we'll try our best to come back. And also talking about what Nova previously was, like at level 20 you could kill anybody, so games like this wouldn't have really been much of a big deal, because you can always just come back thanks to that OP-ness of Nova's kill potential at level 20. But now she is more like... she's definitely more like ETC. Like, if you... Oh, no, I'm dead. If you land your... No, she was more like ETC, right? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. She was more like ETC with the mosh pit, because at level 10 ETC can turn around any game whatsoever. It doesn't matter how far behind you are, if your team is actually capable of coming back and you land that 3-4 man mosh pit as ETC, they will destroy everybody and you will get a fort, a keep, get some momentum. That's exactly what Nova was, except that she was at level 20, where with the rewind you would eliminate any target. You basically would go just for a healer, just kill the healer and allow your team to win the fight. But now she is more like a standard assassin. She is just there consistently doing as much damage as she can, making sure that she doesn't take too much damage in the process, and just try to get the kills. Also, definitely a good tip for playing Nova is probably not wasting your damage to do damage. Like, don't waste your skills in order to do damage. Instead, try to finish off people. Like, if somebody is at half health, that's when you need to go in. Not when they are... Oh my god, I'm just not quite in range, huh? Yes, I blocked the snipe there. Oh my god, that was so beautiful. I actually missed my first snipe, which was, I thought, like, the moment I missed my snipe, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here, because she just has more damage output now, because I just missed my 500 damage skill shot. And then my clone went off cooldown right when I needed it, and it was just, wow, it was hype, it was hype. I'm excited for that. We are definitely playing really sloppily, we don't do any damage, but once again, as I said before, you don't really want to be doing damage, you just want to assassinate people. And that's where this build comes in. Because with the long shot and one in the chamber double tap, you are actually able to assassinate people from safe distance. Even potentially behind, like while you are in your backline, you are still able to kill people, which is pretty awesome. There we go, we got 2 kills. Can we get anything more here? Oh my god, Greyman actually got caught there a little bit, but we were able to assassinate Sylvanas there, which is really damn great. Can we get some... Oh my god, this is great. This was the mosh pit we needed. Sadly, Karazin did pop his ultimate there. We just didn't kill him in time. I think it's because we focused on ETC way too much. We should have immediately switched to Karazim instead. Oh my god, I have my long shot, but I don't have the range. Oh, but Illidan has his hunt, so that's nice. So right there, you just saw the power of a good mosh pit versus a bad mosh pit, because enemies only landed a mosh pit on Greymane, and then our ETC came in and landed mosh pit on their ETC and their Karazim, and that allowed us to get a keep almost for free, which is awesome. And then a level 16 crippling shot. This is just the way to go. As I said before, you want to assassinate, you don't want to do damage, and this allows you to assassinate even faster. Also, this allows you to actually do damage, if you ever need be. Like, if you feel like your teammates need just a little bit of damage burst to get somebody low, just pop your crippling shot, get a hit, and then you will get a bunch of damage thanks to your teammates and everything, which is pretty damn great. Oh, look at that beauty, look at that beauty. And there, basically, Sylvanas didn't really have a choice there, no matter what she did, because she didn't blink with her benches right away, and that means that, she had a choice. Either she runs into precision strike and dies, or she turns around and runs into our team, and probably dies. Oh, look at that deletion power with Greymane. The Greymane's burst together with our vulnerability and just our pure damage output was just so damn strong. So damn strong, I love it. And then, oh yes, this game goes pretty great. I actually think that our team comp is... Now I see the power of our team comp, because our melee assassins can assassinate people, also I can assassinate people. And our melee assassins as they do, especially Greymane, they have tons of... like, they have a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. Basically burst. Not necessarily Illidan, but Greymane. Although Illidan also can put out some decent bursts with if he uses his skill shots to do damage. Oh, that was so beautiful. That was so beautiful. So we are actually able to kill enemies pretty easily. And that's where our power probably outscales enemy power in terms of they have Sylvanas and they have... Well, actually, they do have Liming and Nova, so they should be able to easily kill somebody who's got in the mosh pit. That's what I was trying to say about our team, that we have such a good assassination potential, but maybe we just played better. We were a little bit more patient, we didn't overextend early, and even though we were behind, we were actually able to patiently wait for maybe wait for our enemies to make some mistakes, and that way we just were able to do what we did here, which was pretty damn awesome. That was actually a really fast game, but I mean, as I predicted, a team who it was a snowball game. The moment we started getting kills, our Illidan just started destroying people, because that's exactly what you want as Illidan. Like, when you have Illidan on your team, just get some kills, make sure that Illidan has momentum, make sure that nobody is focusing him too much rather than somebody else in your team. Make sure that enemies are low enough for Illidan to go in, do some of his, like do 2 auto attacks and then swipe and they will die. That's the stuff that Illidan wants. You can't just... I see lots of people be like blaming Illidan for when he doesn't really have damage or when he doesn't really shine in the game. Like but the problem, that's probably not because of Illidan, it's probably because of the team supporting him. Because you can't just kill everybody as Illidan just from like 100 to 0 health. You definitely need them to be either low or to have a lot of support from your teammates. Then you can just destroy people as Illidan. And especially when I see like Tessazar, for example, you have a double support team with Illidan, and everybody just sits there in the back line, just shielding and healing Illidan and expecting him to kill everybody, and then they start complaining about Illidan not doing anything. Like, you can't just kill people as Illidan just because you are Illidan, you know? You'll get stunned, they will get healed, there is not really much you can do, but if they are distracted, if they are disrupted, if they are low on health, Illidan can kill them pretty easily. And I do think that this game was pretty damn well played from both teams, I would say. It's just that we capitalized just a little bit better on our victories. Like you saw there, we were getting forts and keeps every time we got some kills, we got some momentum, which is exactly what you want to be doing when you are behind. Like, I'm always saying that when you are behind, just wait patiently and you will eventually catch up in XP, but that's only partially true. You also need to, every time you get advantage and then you are behind, you definitely want to just leap on that advantage and just try to snowball it as hard as you can, because if all you do is defend, you can't kill the enemy core by defending your core, you know what I mean? So you definitely need to apply pressure when needed, and that's exactly what we did here. I actually really enjoyed that game, even though it was a very short game and it was kind of snowbally at the end, but it was anyone's game up until that point, and it just so happens that we won it. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. So if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. If you see, like, if there are some heroes or builds you want to see me playing next, make sure to let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.